specific rules, and AI was struggling figuring it out, so he turns it into a game and just turns it over to millions of people, and the people are just like cranking through while they're teaching AI how these folding combinations work.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
At least the people are asked if they would like to do
True.
that one.
Versus the CAPTCHA, you have to do
that one.
You're paying your money.
You're helping the robots prove that you're not a robot.
Exactly. By training robots to do this.
Yeah, I got locked out of Steam on Saturday morning, and I literally had to do CAPTCHAs for about half an hour.
Oh, jeez.
Just to get my password reset, and it kept refusing, and I now know why.
There you go.
Because you...
They wanted me to teach it a little longer.
Hey, now we're in focus.
Yay.
And we're live.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live?
By the way.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
Yeah,
I figured we'd go live.
They didn't hear the last 2 minutes of conversation, right? We're still safe.
They know we're all robots now.
Oh no.
You can no longer run for office.
Oh, crap.
And I still need to get the ads turned off. Sorry, John. I'm going to go figure that out right now, and I'll be right back.
That's
That's
Are you really
okay.
going to do that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Well, we're still broadcasting.
We're going to stay live? Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
stay
they
live.
still
I was
hear
gonna
us?
say,
Okay.
I just learned that to use the SOS function on my phone, I have to watch an ad first. So
The
the robots
function?
control our
The
lives.
save our soul
Yes.
function.
So-
The free to download flashlight app for
Yeah.
Samsung Galaxy S
Settings,
change
forces you to watch an
channels.
ad.
You
before
know,
can use SOS.
The fun fact is, most of those apps that do that, if you aren't connected to Wi-Fi, you don't have cell service, and it doesn't run an ad.
Oh, so they just. Oh, okay.
So if it were a true emergency...
Well, and that kind of an emergency, then yeah.
That
But
makes sense.
also, if you have a game that requires you to play a lot of ads in between takes, just turn off your service for a second, and then you can just breeze through.
There you go.
All right, folks. I think I've turned off the ads at this point. So we'll hope that's the case, and you can let me know in the chat. Hey, Josh. Glad you're here.
Hey, John.
We had a power outage that lasted until about 5 minutes ago. We've been trying to get things back up like crazy fast. So we're back now. But just in case the power goes out again, sorry. And we'll call it a night then. We've angered the electricity gods enough for one night, I think. But we are back on and we are ready to play. Jared should be here shortly on Discord. And
I forgot about Discord.
let's I'm just gonna plug in and listen for him. He said his flight was landing soon, so we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully he didn't go through a power outage, because that'd be weird and dangerous.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna check everything here and make sure we're good to go. All right. So thanks for being patient. We are up now and running, and let's make sure everything's going okay. Hey, I can test the ads right now. How about that?
And I just got on it. There is an ad indeed.
Is there still an ad?
Yes.
Dang it.
Oh, bummer.
This is what I get for signing up to be an affiliate, is now they hide where to turn off all the ads at.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, well, if they make it difficult, then you
Yeah,
don't know
I guess
what's
so.
going on.
If you want, you can use your Amazon Prime subscription and subscribe. Maybe I'll do that. I have an ad as well. Yep. Dang it. Okay. I will keep looking for that, guys, I promise, and we'll get the ads turned off sooner or later.
Uh-oh.
'Cause that's
This is gonna be a
annoying.
very good session.
It's not great.
Oh, no.
If I get a 4, I don't know what that means, but
It means everything will be normal.
It'll
Yeah,
be
we're on 4.
Are you just gonna
Rolled A4?
Yeah,
Is
that
that
die always
thing
rolls
notoriously
forward.
rolls
It-
forward?
yeah,
Yeah,
Always
it's
rolls
something.
fours.
Is it
I-
weighted?
I had
it
a-
must be
die.
weighted to the 17.
I
on
think
the
just
back.
some dice though do, because we had a 20-sided dice that they would usually the players would take
every
from me
time.
if I started rolling it, because it rolled so many 20s that and then it disappeared. So I don't know.
I was gonna say that's mostly what happens if I drop it, but if I roll it, it it tends to
Do better.
It tends to random out. Yeah.
Okay, I swear I've got ads turned off and pre-roll notifications turned off, and disable pre-roll ads when I run ads.
I was going to say, where are my frosty dice?
Where's the pre-roll ads at?
I need to buy some D8s that look like eyes. Yeah.
So yeah, welcome Josh,
Yeah,
glad you're here.
Actually,
And
they're really
looks
pretty,
like a
but
few
they
more
won't
people
force.
joining us. Great. Let's get this going.
Let's go.
Okay. The last thing I need to do is bring up Discord. And get that back on here. Boom. Okay, so when Jared pops up, we'll have Discord as well,
Oh, nice.
assuming I hear him.
I should hear him too.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
on there, so.
All right. In the meantime, you guys can see my little avatar from years ago where I actually had hair.
Awesome.
It's a good avatar.
All right. Let's do this then. We are back on the Acroa side of the wall tonight. Oh man, everything closed down. I gotta open up all my tabs.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Hey, someone helped on.
That was me. Sorry,
Oh.
I was just jumping on. So
Hey, no, it's good. Still excited to have you
I
on too.
just trying to
Yeah.
make sure people still like me.
There we go.
We like you, Mark.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, come on. 20. Keep thinking if I catch it unaware, then it'll give me a 20.
You
How's that
gotta
working out for
You
you?
gotta roll the
well-
20 when it's not looking.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh, that's worse.
Nice.
2.
I was gonna say,
Alright, let's not do it anymore.
if I just
give up.
drop it, it tends to roll low. But if I roll it, it rolls high.
How did you manifest the 20? I mean,
I don't know.
is it just that aisle? You have to roll it down there? That's a 1,
well,
so I don't think over.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's change the
I'm not-
meridians
I'm
right
not
there real fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure.
Okay, good.
I'm not sure how the ley lines
We got
work
ley
in this
lines
room.
in
Well, yeah, that's how I try to figure it.
Okay.
There we go.
I learned the roll. It's right along here up against the folder and let it finish out.
I need some dowsing rods. Do we have?
Hey, in
Spare
worst
set
case, it's
somewhere?
it gets on it's cocked, and then you just have to roll it again, right?
I
was
did
gonna say
the thing, but okay.
cocked.
There.
Cocked.
Okay, it was close to 20. It was 1 off. That's a 20. I
That's
think
all-
I figured it out now.
Okay,
It's-
That's
got it.
almost cocked.
Almost.
Okay, that's good.
okay, we're getting further away. Come on, give me up. It's like down this way.
Okay, I
Interference.
think we're
Let it
good
roll.
now.
Interference, reroll. Interference.
Interference by fate. Interference by wind currents.
Yeah.
We got stuff back up.
It's true.
now. Great.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, I was gonna say we are not level 9.
I'm.
I thought we were level 10.
What?
Well, mine's sitting at 8.
Yeah, you should be 8.
With
Oh, are
47
we at
hit
8?
points.
Oh, okay.
Of 59.
I actually haven't touched Jen since 8.
Well, we.
I'm gonna open up everybody's characters.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have it.
Because technically, yeah,
Totally
because
forgot.
I was playing.
Did you get something cool at level 8?
Yeah.
Did you take a feat? Which foot did you take?
Mhm.
Is it a?
You're not
I
gonna
didn't
tell me.
I didn't get a chance.
I can
to-
see your character sheet.
I'm,
Just a second.
it's for the stream. It's for the stream.
Oh,
It's for
okay,
the
okay,
stream. I'm
alright,
trying to keep
alright.
it. I want to make it thematic.
Good deal.
So it's
Yes.
like, also you, but the stream.
Yeah. No secrets to the
No
DM.
secrets.
That's true.
I'm not trying to pull a fast one.
That's good.
I just didn't find a good thematic point last time.
Aha, it turned into a dragon feet.
Well, that would be 20th level
You cast-
druid, right?
Yeah.
Increase your wisdom score by 1. Also, once per day, once per short rest, you may cast Shape Change on yourself as a 9th level spell slot.
Whoa, nice.
So
I like that feat.
that's the one I took.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good feat.
Sully's
Yeah.
bond
I was
with
like,
the
going to-
deity of tree has allowed him to turn into
the Fae deity for sure. So you're gonna get a little, the Fae, how the Fae affects things. It's a little too brutal sometimes, a little too vicious.
Uh-huh.
It's okay.
Sully's always had that behind him anyway.
Yeah. But
Speaking of the Fae, actually, one of my favorite versions of Fae in literature is in Patrick Roth's series.
oh, absolutely, Name of the Wind.
Absolutely love.
So good. A
the-
great depiction.
I don't think
Yeah,
I
I
read it.
love it. How he kind of just slips into the Fae realm all of a sudden because he's in this one forest and then spends what was like 3 months. It's great. It's
Yeah.
just that whole. It's one of the better depictions of what I have always thought a Fae like experience would be. For a mortal.
It's
Yeah,
been
what did you think
really
about
good.
the ending of that series?
Well, it's coming. Stop. Hopefully, I don't know. Okay, let's take bets right now.
Let's
Winds of
take bets.
Winter or the third book.
So he's just been working on the third book for 9 years.
It's so
Is
bad.
it-
I
is it that long?
I think
It's
Winds
so
of
bad.
Winter's been longer.
He announced he's had it completed for 5 years, and I think he just is so worried about people not liking it. He just doesn't want to release it, which I can understand that as a
Sure,
DM.
make sure
but
it's right, but
Yeah.
I mean,
You can't overthink it.
yeah.
You can't wait for your target audience to turn over in their graves. You have to let them turn over in real life.
Okay.
That is hard.
Sorry, I got us off track bad.
No.
Let's jump into things then. We're back on the other side of the hammer, on the Acroa side of the hammer. Let's start with some introductions, really quick though, because we've taken plenty of time already. My name is Ryan. I'm the host and DM here on Dragon's Keep TV. If you'd like to play with us sometime and their power is on, you can find us at the Orem Dragon's Keep every Monday at 6 o'clock. And if you will send me an email at dragonskeeptv@gmail.com, I will reply to it, and we'll find a way to get you on the stream as well. That's what we're all about, is getting people in our neighborhood down here to our local game store and having fun playing some D&D and playing some games. To my left, we have...
Mark Welch. I'm playing Eddie, the Trickster Cleric, and looking forward to tonight.
Sitting to his left and on the second row,
Yes, I'm Troy. I believe I'm going to be playing Jin. And I'm not sure what he's doing, but can I just say, as an author who is now in the 4th year of writing a book, I completely understand where Patrick Roth was coming from.
we'll give some Patrick Roth this love. He's a good writer.
He's an awesome writer.
He is incredible.
No,
So-
so many good things to say about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would really like to finish his series
Me too. Yeah.
one of these days. And sitting to his left and to your right on the screen is...
Cameron Hyam. I'm playing Sully. He is a little immortal soul knife rogue, and he likes to
Immortal so far.
immortal. He likes to
He's
roll
becoming more and more immortal every day.
20s.
That guy.
He's becoming more immortal by the day, and by the natural one.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good. Oh, he has a pet Marty. That's cool.
He does have a pet mountain lion named Marty. That's right. And we will be joined shortly by Jared, who will be playing Rekton, the fighter. He's not a barbarian too, right? Just a fighter?
Just a fighter.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, just straight fighter.
Champion, right?
Yep. And he is getting off a plane and joining us shortly, we hope. So that's us. We are playing in our own world that we created called Acroa. And in this episode, we have... Oh man, we're building to the end of season 2. I just noticed that I posted the 31st episode on YouTube.
Oh,
And
wow.
I
Fun.
still got
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 more I need to upload.
Nice.
That's
But
fantastic.
we've been going on for a month now. Next month will be our a year now.
year,
Next
yeah.
month.
You're next month.
Yeah.
Like
For a
in
month.
1 month,
30
we've been established for 1 month.
Bang! That's
We've got 36 episodes in 1 month. We've
you
been
get
going for a year
monetized
now.
quick doing that.
I know, right? Maybe to go real
That's
fast.
true.
And we've got some good things coming up this next year. We're hoping to add some stuff to the channel, including another D&D game and a hopefully a Magic the Gathering game night as well. So if you like either of those, then great. You can tune in for those as well. Let's get to our world. Previously on
This side of the mountain.
Dragons Keep TV. Yes. Our heroes have
So excited.
lit several beacons across the valley in hopes of alerting people to the danger that is coming from the other side of the Harbinger's Hammer, a giant wall/dam that sits about 12 or 15 miles up the canyon and has walled off this land from the other side of it for the last several hundred years. That has all kind of come to a head in the last few years, and our group has discovered that the prophecies foretelling the return of dragons to Acroa are finally about to come true. And we bring us now to the base of the Harbinger Hammer, where you guys have returned from your escapades back down in the Sidra forest and in getting that last beacon lit above the mother tree there at the heart of the forest. In the meantime, since you've been on your trips, and we've taken a couple of story trips over to the other side of the wall as well, a lot of people have been gathering here on this side, and now along this span of 12 miles up the canyon, you barely get into the canyon before you start seeing campsites of different groups of people. And as I'm describing this, what I want you guys to think about are what several of the groups of people that you're aware of might be doing here. That would include, let's go with the people from the gnomes and such from Sidra Valley, if they've come up, or the people from Palwatch. Jared's not on yet, so Troy, what do you think let me bring up all the names of all the different groups. Holy crap, there's too many of them.
I was going to say they're definitely kind there, but I can't imagine they're grouping in any visible campsites. They're mostly just keeping an eye on everybody. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I imagine the Dreamers Conclave is probably doing the same thing. Every so often you just see these little
So what are
wheeled robots just spinning through the crowds, just getting an eye and listening in on everything.
And Eddie, what do you think has he noticed anybody in the crowd from his old
Actually, he has
his
maybe
old life?
He probably saw at least a few people that were more kind of like street thug type people. The last time he saw him, but here with being faced with maybe the mortality of everything, and that they know that they've decided that maybe they've got something to offer, and they've come along, and that's a little bit surprising for him. We also probably see a fair number of the Harbingers, preachers or whatever in here, gathering together groups, and I would imagine due to their kind of fatalistic tone that they probably are recruiting in droves. That this could be a huge growth period for the Harbingers.
In fact, I've got the Harbingers. They have
For better or for worse.
split now into two factions.
Hey,
As you're
there we
walking
go.
As you're walking up the valley,
the difference.
you
Nice.
can see that there are Harbingers, and they've even started dressing in different codes. Now you've got some in these white robes, and you've got some in greenish robes. Both seem to have the same symbols and symbology and stuff. But the ones in the white robes are very fatalistic about what's coming.
Very
right?
Suthraga-ish.
So
Okay.
pre-meeting you, Suthraga, all those prophecies that he has come up with as far as the end of the world, that's what these white-robed guys
Cool.
are.
It's
are
coming. There's nothing
talking
we can do about
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yep. The ones in the green, however, have latched on to the post-meeting you, Suthraga, who you gave him a little bit of hope in the end, and that has spread a little bit. There's not as many green suited ones, but around. But they are telling people that it's going to be okay. That there are champions coming who will be able to stop whatever is coming from the other side, and not to fear it.
Nice.
So you've got these two factions of harbingers now, going back and forth at it, and occasionally when they meet up, you get a lot of glares back and forth between
Of
them.
course. Are the chain breakers present?
The chain breakers are there in droves.
Oh yeah, sure.
okay.
They see it as
Yes. And so once Jared gets on, he can give us an update maybe on what they might be doing there. But just imagine that about a third of the people there you see are mercenaries, and 85% of them are chainbreaker
Wow.
guild.
Fleecing the populace or looking for a chance.
Looking for a chance to help. I
Earn
mean, in
money.
general, the chainbreakers are there to help, right?
That's true.
Sure.
They've always been
Yeah.
on the side of
The
Peace,
general
taking
police
peace, like,
force,
yeah.
yeah.
Policing
They're
stuff.
keeping the peace, not allowing it.
and but they are an organization that likes to make money doing that as
Yeah.
well. But they are there to serve and to do their part, for the most part.
Yeah, I was going to say Jin probably at this point hasn't met up with the group yet because he had originally gone to see if he could find his forefather.
Correct.
I don't believe he succeeded in finding a way himself, and so he kind of came back just to keep an eye on things. And he is currently, if I may use a spell slot to do so, invisibly moving through and keeping an eye specifically on the Kine.
All right. Okay. And we've left Tobias back to recover after his
Yeah.
last big fight there with the demons and whatnot at the tree, right?
Yep, he's got some work to do.
Great.
And he suddenly finds himself owing the proctor a lot more money than he thought.
Oh, it wasn't the tree fight that beat him up so much. It was back
No,
at
it was the guild house.
at the
burning
guild
down.
house. Yeah, that's right. I forgot I tried to burn him alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was fun.
But we did that dude. It was his fault, right? So
Yep.
like,
It
you
was-
can just sue him because he has rich parents and uncles.
Yes.
That's true, and technically we kind of already sued him because that armor was really nice.
Oh yeah.
and the sword.
We got his suit from suing, so he was
Yep.
sued a suit.
Yep.
Good too.
Good.
After we sued the suit, we sued
And
the
I don't
soda.
know that we ever
No.
came up with a finished spot on that. I don't want to leave that thread hanging though. Where did you guys decide to safe house the
Oh yeah, all the kids. Huh?
the Dragonborn kids?
It was we were going to do an orphanage in
Oh
in
yeah,
Paul Watch,
we were
right?
gonna,
That was-
we were gonna
was
see.
it Paul Watch or Hopestock? No,
It was Paul Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just start like at one in the name of Tamora
Yeah,
there.
building an orphanage down.
But I don't know what that would have ended up costing. I know we talked about using this this gem that Eddie's been holding on to, just
Oh,
that
yeah,
was the
we had
party
that.
funds.
True.
Weren't we gonna?
'Cause, yeah, Tobias is tapped out at this
The
point.
gem was worth something around 20,000 gold, if I remember right.
I
I'm
don't
trying to
it was a
find
big
it.
one.
quite that much, but
No,
it was a
that
lot.
was
Yeah,
a
because
lot.
we did look up.
No,
the
you're right.
cost
We
of
looked
an
at the cost for
orphanage.
starting an orphanage. It'd be about
Yeah.
5,000 gold.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
4,500 is
There we
what I
go.
had. Ring worth 4,500.
Yep.
And then
gold.
I think the plan was
So is that
to
about what it
use that
took then?
ring and gem.
Yeah,
that?
to build a
Mhm.
apparently to build a
Okay.
guild house / orphanage in D&D costs about 4,000 to 5,000 gold pieces. So
Okay.
if you and your party are saving up for a guild house, there's your goal.
Funny how those two things
Yeah,
are
wow.
the same
Put
price
that in-
and so synonymous.
Put that into your savings app.
Yeah, I'm
And,
gonna go ahead and
Because like we were gonna
so I'll
use that
take
ring as well as the suit of armor, and we were gonna sell all of it
I
to
think
get
so.
enough the funds to not only get the guild house, but like have a pocket and a pool for running our group, the Audax Intrepidus,
Yeah,
and
out
we
of
were
that
gonna
place.
kind of run it
Were-
as both.
Were we able to do
Yeah.
that with the suit of armor then?
No, I think you were using the ring. I
Oh,
think
okay.
Was it just the
Rekton
ring and
took
the gem?
Was
suit
it
of
just the
armor,
ring we
right?
needed to use?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What happened to the suit of armor?
I think you guys still. I think one Recton probably took it. I think.
I think we gave it to Recton, yeah, because he was the one that could use it.
I'll go look at my notes. That's
Yeah.
a thread I
Cool.
don't care about.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Because it involves your guys' stuff. Just kidding.
Shoot.
I'll go look at my notes on that and find out what type of armor and all that stuff it was, but it was pretty nice.
It was
stuff.
very nice half plate, I think.
Yes, he
Mhm.
spent a lot of
It
money.
was like a +1 half plate or something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
So, okay. The campsites fill the valley, fill the canyon as you go up there, and as you get closer to the wall itself, it turns mostly into harbingers and chainbreaker mercenaries who have set up a large kind of headquarters there at the base.
There we go.
And as you approach, you'll also see that they've built scaffolding that goes 300 feet up the side of the wall.
Whoa.
And
Are they using it to like scale?
yes, and they've been taking people. They're taking people up and down.
Because there's no other way up from
There's
this
it is
side,
sheer, it's sheer rock
Yeah.
cliffs on each side. People have been. You've learned in the last few months that people were able to scale up there, but they usually didn't make it back down due to the white dragon
Right.
that was living on the other side.
And the ghosts that he was making of them.
And
or
the
tower
ghosts that he was
making of
creating.
them?
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say whatever. The ghost of the tower was
Yeah.
creating. So yeah, that'll be fun. Season
Mhm.
3.
I was gonna say.
Okay, cool. It's good to know.
Okay, let me get us back to the right. I'm working on getting us to the right map. Any other story things that you guys want to be happening? I'll make some notes if you want anything else going on.
Oh yeah.
not gonna-
Is there any sneaking that I can do to any kind that look like they're grouping and conversing with each other?
Any sneaking? Yes. Let's get to that in just a second.
Okay.
Anything else?
Warforged. Do we see a larger number that are gathering due to this, or are they still in their customary numbers? Very, very few.
There are few, but I think there are probably about as many as you would notice. Like Paul Watch is the main place where they are most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you're seeing them in numbers like you would never see outside of Paul Watch
Hmm.
Okay.
here.
So it's closer to that.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. If you wanted to investigate or talk to any of them, then that's great as well. Including people from the order. Remind me of the name of that order again.
Oh, the conclave.
The Conclave, thank you.
Yep.
You see people who, since you met them in Paul Watch, you recognize some of the signets they have
Mm-hmm.
on their armor and their plate and stuff as oh man, must have deleted that map. I'm uploading it again now. Give me just a second.
Yeah. Have we heard anything from? I guess we haven't heard anything from Lady Sylvana or anybody from the keep since.
You have not at all heard. You have not heard from her
Yeah.
specifically at all, and so you know that she has been going back and forth
Yeah.
to the other side of the hammer, and that she took Keldon over there, and also you probably don't know this, Silmar went over there too, but he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Would the kids have had any details about what happened?
so okay, great. The
Now I think about it.
Dragonborn kids that you guys helped find a safe place for them to be let you know that she was extremely worried about this. What things would be like when the dragons arrived, is what they would say. And
The
you
keep
guys
would
all
be
had
the first
visions of
target.
these dragons and what that was going to be like. She was very hopeful in talking to them, saying that it's going to be okay. They're going to be able to we're going to be able to take care of things, but it's not going to be safe there, and Tobias will take care of you down in Paul Watch. It'll be fine there,
Mm.
and it'll be safer for you all there. So when you talk to the older ones, it seems like she was very hopeful, but
That's
knew that things were going to get messy here.
Mm.
And from the sound of it, I mean, not even safe up at Dragon's Keep,
Mm-hmm.
which is up on the top of this mountain. So,
Yeah, so that's where Tobias and Aids will be, is taking care of things there. So
great.
yeah.
Cool. I think that the people of Citrus Forest are going to find the vacant role. They're going to fulfill the vacant role of chefs and bakers and stuff for this large mercenary army that has come together.
Awesome.
And do everything we can to fulfill those kind of requirements. They're very awestruck at the world outside of their little primitive forest and their less manufactured and industrial ways. They've never seen so much metal in their life, so it's all just a lot to take in for them. They have fighters too, but they are very down to earth, very talented people at just producing survival type skills, which they have. That's what I think they'll be doing best.
All right.
I'm trying to get to know this world, the other people's way of life, and how society typically works.
Cool. Okay. One thing that is also present that we haven't really discussed much in our group, because you guys haven't gone north very much, but along with the chain breakers, they have brought along a faction of goblins.
Goblins.
Yes.
Oh.
Who are providing people with potions of healing and other more noxious smelling concoctions from the swamplands that they live in. And whenever the chain breakers are preparing for something big like this, the goblins get involved as well as providers of these types of things. So, yeah, fine introducing them.
Instead of goblin sappers, we got goblin saplings.
Goblin sawbones.
Yeah.
Not the greatest in most games I've seen.
No.
These are more like goblin tappers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Goblin brewers.
We're doing better.
Do it. Love it.
We're doing better on that dice. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's-
We'll be ready when the time
We're getting
finally
it in.
comes.
We're getting it in.
Okay. And on top of it all, since it is it is January, a light snow has begun to fall.
Yes. Snow is the best.
Jin feels right at home, even though this is nowhere near the desert.
So
It's
we're
more
going to
of
give
a-
us a
more of
snowy
a-
background on our map for
More of
today.
a white dragon thing than anything else, but
All right, great. That will be our setting for today. All right, you have made your way up the canyon, and Jin, as you were going around invisibly, investigating things, you came across some leaflets that were being passed around. In fact, you heard them, several people discussing it around a campfire that they had set up, and they were talking about the doom and gloom and just the coming of the great old one who would bring destruction and glory
yeah.
to this world.
These are kind.
Yep.
And the leaflet is written in common,
Mm-hmm.
but as you're reading it, it is you see some misspellings. It's kind of like a spam email you might get,
Mm-hmm.
where you're like, I don't know about this one.
Comparing the two.
And in the way that you recognize some of the phrasings and things in there, it sounds kind of Kainish
Mm-hmm.
to you.
Is it almost misspelled into code?
No,
Okay.
it's just like
Kindish.
yeah, like
Phrasings
they
and
spelled
misspellings.
there as THEIR instead of
Yeah.
THEY''RE, like, yeah,
That makes sense.
something like that.
And Jin's just going through his mind ever since he got that vision and trying to compare what he saw of Azana in his dream versus how the kind view her. Because in his dream, Azana was this savior of his people, and to everybody else in the kind, he is this destructive force. And it's very confusing.
Mhm.
Nothing add up.
So they are anticipating the great return of this destructive, glory-bringing
Yeah.
entity. Okay. A short while later, as you're coming up, though, you see your old friends up at the base of the hammer. What would you like to do?
Nice. I sneak up behind Sully and tap him on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah, you're invisible, right?
I am. And then suddenly I'm not. Hey, Sully.
Jan! Give him a big hug. Don't you ever do that.
I'm sorry.
I'm on edge, man.
I know.
This is not a cool time to be pulling
This
pranks.
is
You
true.
got psychic knife. Be careful. I mean, those, he doesn't have to. They don't come out of nowhere.
Suddenly
you know?
debrained. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry.
So good to see you, though. It's awesome to see you, man.
Sorry I disappeared so fast. We all had the vision, right? You know how that felt. Well, I had another one, and it was complicated. I've been trying
Sorry, we're
to.
in the chat.
I've been trying to find a way past this accursed mountain ever since, and I can't find a way over it myself. So I came back to keep an eye on things.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad that you got to do what you had to do.
Tried, failed, but
I'm
we'll get
sorry
there.
you didn't do what you have to do, but we'll do it together, okay?
Yeah.
But nobody's heard anything from Savannah, right? You still haven't either?
No.
Would Dragon's Keep be more easily accessible if we go up to the top of the hammer? Do we have any idea of how to get there? Would we be able to go?
Without
There is
Kelvin?
a trail that
Yeah.
you guys took down from Dragon's Keep. No, she flew you down.
Yeah.
She flew you
I
down.
worry that since Sylvana has gone, that the keep might actually be accessible, but I've never tried it when she's not home, so I'm not sure.
Well, I mean...
It's true. Jin could get you back up there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, also, Marty is from that area, so he might have some
Guess
homegrown
it's true.
trails and ways to move about.
This is true.
But do we want to head back up there, or
I don't know. That's what I was.
I'm
That's
not
what I was
sure.
asking. Do we want to go to the top of the hammer or up to Savannah's, or is there people here we need to talk to?
yeah, is there anyone like in charge of this entire operation?
Sure. You recognize the chainbreaker uniforms there at the base, and they seem to be setting up and sending up warriors and soldiers
Okay.
up to the top. As you approach, you notice a female general, and she's got the big like emblems,
Yeah.
signets on the
Yeah.
side,
Okay.
and a bunch of like badges on
Whoa.
her uniform and everything. That
She's got
And
World of
she's-
Warcraft pauldron. She looks like
she's,
the one that
yeah,
just-
exactly. She's got a big pauldron with a big symbol on the side, and then tons of badges and things. And it seems to be directing things. She's got a big map laid out on a table in the middle of the at the base of the hammer,
Okay.
and is pushing little tokens of people and groups
She
around,
looks like
and
she
moving
knows
them
what
up
she's
onto
doing.
different parts of the map.
I'd say so.
Maybe we should.
We don't know who she is, though.
No, you guys didn't actually make it very far
Yeah.
in your
This is true.
in your
Well, I mean,
Up the
we
ranks.
would have, but then they
Rector-
made the foolish decision
I
of
mean-
firing us.
Well, I mean,
Rekton would recognize her though.
Captain
Oh, okay, okay.
Isaac
I was gonna say, I don't know if
sold
we
this
would-
hammer. And I felt
have to
good
work
about
very
it.
long at Twitter to know who the CEO is, right? I mean,
Yeah.
pretty
That's
quick.
true. That's
That's
true.
true.
That's a good point.
I don't have to work at Twitter at all. Then I'm the CEO. Is that?
No. Although I was going to say, I hand around the pamphlet. Have you
That's
guys,
like a whole nother level of your company.
That's true.
Yeah.
Have you seen what they're passing around?
No, what is that?
I showed them the pamphlets from the Kine in particular.
Okay.
And what are they?
You see that these leaflets are telling people to basically a lot like what the Harbinger faction is saying.
The White Robe
The White
Harbingers.
Robes. Yeah. In fact, at first you might mistake it even for one of their type of prophecies, but they are telling people to, if they accept the return of the great destroyer, I keep seriously, I keep closing this. It's not Sala, it's Saleth, right? If they
That's right.
if they accept the Great Solith as
Yeah.
their master,
Mhm.
and when she comes, that they will not be utterly burned
Yeah. Yeah.
in the destruction that is to follow.
And I just say, I don't know who this Saleth is, but I know her as a Zana.
Mm.
I also know her as a her.
Mhm.
Complicated. I did not see her symbol on top of the hammer when we were up there. So I don't know what that means. I'm very confused. I don't know what to make of it.
Yes, as far as goddesses and things
Mhm.
like that go, she was not
Yep.
present there.
Well, whatever. Okay, well that's good to know too, I guess, that the kind are. Why are there so many naysayers, doombringers? Let's
I'm not
just
sure.
suck it up and try and do what we can, no?
They've always been that way.
Do we want to talk to this general lady and see if what intel there is from the front, from the...
Yeah, let's try it.
May as well
Yeah.
see if
But
anybody's
remember-
actually gotten up there.
You're the guy.
I'm the guy?
Yeah, I mean, you're the most charismatic. I'm not at
Oh,
all.
I am.
I think so, anyway.
Oh, I kind of am.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jin's way better as a front man.
Cool, yeah.
But I am old and weird looking.
Well,
What is your persuasion?
My charisma's 19.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I got an expertise in persuasion, but I only have a +2 in charisma
Oh,
itself.
Still beautiful.
But so I think, yeah, we can help each other out.
Yeah.
And then when we inevitably say all the wrong things, we can have Eddie be there to
I like
fix
that,
us
yeah.
up.
Well,
And,
I don't know about that. I'll just let the Timor guide you. So I'll give you guidance. It's D4.
There we
I
go.
feel
On any
blessed.
kind of persuasion
And
performance.
and may the tree mother also bless me.
Okay.
You feel very green.
As an elder father, tree father.
I was gonna say, you feel green in the stomach.
All right, yeah, we'll go up and talk to this lady. Well, we'll see how close we can get before we get stopped. But
We're gonna walk up like we have authority about something.
Yeah.
We did kill a white dragon here a while ago.
You did. I don't know how many people know about that yet,
That's
but
true.
but you do have Recton with you,
Oh yeah.
and as you approach,
Oh, yeah, he's,
one of the lieutenants tries to hold you up, and Recton waves him aside.
I was gonna say he's at least 3 feet taller than I am at this point. So
And the lieutenant's like, "Oh, Commander, I didn't recognize you. I'm sorry."
Commander.
hmm.
Commander Recton. Interesting.
Great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
get
with
out
him.
of our way. He's with us.
Or we're with him. One of the two.
And as you approach,
we brought the reinforcements.
yeah,
Just this guy.
Oh, okay.
Not me. Just this. I mean, look at him.
The general looks up as you approach and recognizes. She says, "Ah, Commander Brood, Brud,
Brud.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it's not like Brood, Brud.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you here. I didn't know that you had unretired, but if you are willing to join the cause, then we're happy to have you." And he turns, he greets her, salutes, says, "General Vandra."
Should we salute too?
So that's a Vandra, Vandra, in case anybody
Vandra.
Cool.
cares about it.
Got it.
I won't remember. No, just kidding. I actually wrote it down. So that's a little DM tip for you out there. If you write things down, it's a lot easier to remember stuff.
Oh, I thought you were going for if you write things down, you don't have to remember.
What was her name?
Plenty of weeks to
Vandra?
yeah, Vandra.
Yep.
I had plenty of weeks to actually make plans, so this has been good.
Cool.
For me, anyway. Christmas was good. The Recton gestures at which of you?
Hmm?
Which of you does he gesture at?
Which one does he
Hmm.
gesture at?
Probably silly.
That's Sully.
I was gonna
Sure.
say I'm more of the wanderer.
All right.
Yeah, and so he
he
represents an
gestures-
entire people now.
Yeah. He
Oh, that's
gestures
right.
at
We did bring reinforcements. Look at us.
He gestures at the gnome riding on a mountain lion,
Oh, yes.
and
Better than I thought.
says, "I'm just here looking for." I'm going to speak for Jared here for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if somebody had messaged me. No, not him.
Okay.
Says, I'm just here for my son, but these lot seem to know a lot about what's going on here and might have some helpful information for you.
Well,
Nudges. He gives Sully a little nudge.
yes, General. It was Vandra, or Vendra.
Yes.
Okay.
Never.
Yes, General Vandra. We are here representing the people of the forest of Sidra. We've brought them, and they are seeking also to aid in the cause that you have set up a very impressive camp for. So we want to commend. This is a pretty good-looking group of individuals. It's good to know that there's actually some people who want to do some good in the world still.
She says, this is not my first rodeo, Mr.
Oh,
I didn't catch your name.
my name is Sully.
Saltweight.
Yes.
Mr. Sully.
Saltweight, yes.
Oh, yes.
Sully Saltweight. Indeed. I do have a last name that I have a right to use again.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
you gotta throw it around, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to using
Yeah,
it
he's-
anymore. It's,
You know, he's a humble guy, but don't let him fool you.
Well, I appreciate any help and reinforcement that you can bring. What is it that? How many men have you brought me?
how many men have I brought?
Well, you're looking at it. Recton, tell her.
Hey. She looks at Recton and looks back at you. You brought 4.
Well,
Well,
and then like all
you
the
remember-
people from the forest.
Well, yeah. Oh, yes, and
Yeah,
an
we
entire
have all
people. I
those.
apologize.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sully.
Yeah,
please.
like there's a good. How many of the forest people? Did you say there were?
1,500.
Cool.
I think that's how many. How many of the?
That's
That's
a
all of
village
them.
That's pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we've brought a total of 1,500 individuals. A happy 600 of which are able to fight.
Excellent.
Cooks
Yes.
and chefs and
Children and old
And children.
elderly and yes.
um,
Do not doubt the ability of the small people, though. We, even at a young age, we are going to
some of
be
them
able
were
to.
carried on litters here.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
She's slowly turning back to her maps.
Well, before we lose all your interest, however, we do want to present ourselves. We are the Audex Intrepidus. You may have heard of us. We actually used to be affiliated with the Chainbreakers before we had a mutual understanding and separated paths. But since then, we've been able to scout out a lot for your expedition here, such as there was a large dragon waiting on top, which we were able to dispel, which is why you're now able to build the scaffolding up. We also have been able
Wait a
to
minute.
walk around and...
You dispatched the dragon. That
Well,
found
we
out
are
there?
missing one of our more notable members, whose name is Kelvin, and he was the one who landed the finishing blow, but he is still scouting ahead.
You may be familiar with Kelvin. It's
I pull out
Commander
2 dragon
Brud's son.
teeth.
Kelvin Brud.
He nods. That's what they tell me.
Yeah, and currently he's leading resistance on the other side of the wall, and we should be meeting up with him here actually pretty soon, from what I understand.
Hopefully very soon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What is this resistance? What are you talking about?
Just
Well-
the other lands on the other side of the wall. All of the peoples there, they're gathering together to help us.
Whole populations of more soldiers who
And
have
that's
been
all
dealing with the dragons.
Kelvin, who's been organizing that on the other side.
She grabs an aide nearby and says, send out scouts. We need to know what's going on.
Oh yeah, that would probably be good to do, but they should be actually gathering here relatively soon as well. And we are all gathering here for the same purpose, so there doesn't need to be any big like, oh, my chain breakers are stronger than your chain makers. We don't need any of that.
That was a missed opportunity.
I didn't.
Admittedly,
It was a
that-
mistake that
that
not
was
to
a little bit
be
of a
instead of Adis and
misassumption.
Trevor. It's not saying that I don't love that name, but
Yeah, yeah.
chain makers would be.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of slavish.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, no, it does. It sounds very vindictive and evil, but it's gold. That's gold.
It's a little. The gold is a little dark, but it is gold. It's
Yeah.
gold.
Well-
maybe somebody from the other side. Some of the
Chain
Goliaths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Levy and Bro can create the chain makers over there, and they'll be the.
Bro could get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're all fighting for the same war, for the same cause, which is they've actually been that when the dragons left those years ago, they went over to the other side of the hammer. So they've had to kind of deal with that recently, and now that the dragons are stirring up again, hopefully Kelvin will lead them here, and we'll all get together one big awesome army of superpower and kill all the dragons.
And what do you know about what's coming? All we've heard so far was the ravings of this old dwarf, Suthraga, who I thought was dead for the longest time, but apparently is not.
So-
The jury's still out on whether or not what you can call his state of being is actually alive.
Yeah.
He's pretty decrepit, man.
Yeah, it's
It's
complicated.
pretty miserable. But
Yeah.
we have from what we're understanding, we have that flight of dragons. They're returning.
How many did the icing death?
Icewind.
Icewind. Yeah.
Icewind.
How many did
I
Icewind
hold
say
up
there
his
were?
teeth and put them on the table. It's like,
Oh.
we know one is white. We don't know what the rest are. I'm assuming there's a whole flight out there.
He said there were like 20 to 30 of them, though, right?
He did give us a number, didn't he?
Yeah.
I thought it was in the hundreds.
Yeah, it was 144.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's one gross of dragons.
Yes.
That's all.
That's all. Just a sound.
But
that's all.
one less
Now
now.
they're 143 and nope, because you got rid of the one that
142 and a
couldn't fly. So we're down to 142 and a half.
Oh, that's right.
142 and a half.
Well, but that one's probably healed again by now, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
Well, but the one who couldn't fly was just half a dragon because he didn't have his
So that's
wings, so-
but that's 1.5.
Yeah, hey.
I mean,
There you
it's
go.
progress.
We did find the old. She picks up the tooth.
mhm.
We did find the old white dragon up on the top of the hammer, and that is quite impressive. If it was you that.
Oh, hold on. Are you calling us? No,
Nasty
it was
piece of
us.
work.
It was us.
I believe you,
All right.
Mr. Sullivan.
My
Mr.
friends are
Sutcliffe.
very powerful and
I
they
will
deserve
t-
to be recognized for their deeds.
I was gonna say
but
you
it
haven't
wasn't.
you haven't sent any troops into the tower of the hammer itself, correct?
Yes, of course. We've explored
Oh.
everything at the top so far.
Was there any trouble?
Not that I'm aware of. The beacon is shining, or did you guys turn it off?
I don't know. We didn't turn it off.
Yeah, it's still going.
It's
Okay.
still going.
Yeah.
All right. I just want for some reason you guys were talking about turning it off, then I knocked everybody out. That was my fault.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what happened.
We tried. It
And
failed.
then I kind of fudged some things and knocked everybody
Yeah.
out.
I mean, then we learned it was good, so
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Turn off after that.
Okay. The.
Well, that's news. Apparently, the security system is off.
Well, I think we destroyed most of it.
Yes, you guys
Oh,
did.
okay,
You guys
yeah.
did take care of the
That part
flaming
of it.
security system.
Yeah. But
She
Yes.
says we've heard reports from people about it being haunted, but so far it's been
Cool.
fine.
yes, you're welcome
That is good.
for that as well. We're quite a prolific group of.
Because we also
Mercenaries.
healed the tower in the forest. The beacon
Indeed,
in the
yes, because one of the beacons was not lit.
forest. Actually, I shouldn't say we. Sully.
Well, it was a
So
group
really,
effort.
I'm here to tell you that Sully
You
lit
did
the
not-
beacon and Kelvin
we
killed the
did it.
dragon.
That's very nice. That's very nice. I believe you. I believe you.
Okay.
What can you tell me about what's coming?
So much.
The Suthraga says that
Yes, about
now
it,
he thinks that we can defeat it. I need to know how.
Well, have you?
That's why we're glad you're here.
Manpower is probably the first step to winning most wars once you have a direction to head in. But weaponry and. Have you ever fought a dragon? You said you have quite a bit of experience.
I do, but personally, there haven't been dragons around for several hundred years. So
Okay.
I have not fought a dragon.
Oh, well.
Well, obviously the biggest obstacle that we have is getting the dragons on the ground. Because if they are able to stay in the air, then they're nearly untouchable. So I would say that we would want to get together any kind of people who have the ability to cast spells that could help with something of that nature, and or any other designs someone could come up with. If we could create horrible enough weather that they would have a hard time flying, something of that nature. I don't know what's capable from a large group like this, and what skills might be spread out. I have a few tricks to be able to bring one dragon to the ground, but even then it's tenuous.
Indeed.
Additionally, it might not be a bad idea to have objects that would make them desire to come to the ground, such as weapons that can shoot them from the ground in the sky. I know there was that. Remember when we went on that ship across the belt of, and they had this huge
those big cannons that shot.
Yeah.
Where do we get more of those?
Well, I mean, there's a river that goes from the Harbinger Hammer all the way to there, so it might not be a bad idea to try and bring some ships up if we can get that manpower.
Is it a deep river?
Or
Oh, okay.
It's
deep
deep
enough for that.
Yeah.
They have barges that go up after the
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
main port, the main delta.
Yeah.
yeah, but also understanding they will want to take those out, so they have to be very well defended because that's going to be how we get a lot of dragons to the ground, is by having things that make them want to come to the ground.
True.
We are bringing in aerial cannon and defenses and
good.
as much as we can, but I will
And are
send
they
word to bring
putting them on the
all
top
the
of the
ships.
hammer or down here.
She says that they are working on a winch to get them up to the top
That would always help. Yeah.
now, and you can look up and you can see an arm reaching over the side of it. It's way up there.
The other thing that we learned from our encounters, the dragons are really, really prideful. They have a lot of heart to them, and they don't like it when something diminishes them. So maybe anything we can, groups of people challenging a dragon would be hard for a dragon to turn down, as opposed to just a huge army for the dragon to be able to swoop through and just rain fire destruction upon. Because that's just building up their psyche and making them feel cool. So maybe if we can pocket ourselves into more narrow groupings that are harder to just land massive attacks, because that one, he would just breathe and we'd all get really cold.
We don't want cramped crowds as much as possible.
She says, well, you're asking me to ask a lot of my soldiers to spread out like that.
I mean, they came here because they understand the stakes, right?
No, they don't get me wrong. They will fight and they will be brave. But a lot of good men and women will be lost.
Hopefully not all of us.
Better than everything.
Yeah. One other thing I worry about, I don't know if you have seen more of my people. I kind of take off the hood, kind of show my face. The kind in particular, I believe they may intend to worship this thing, and if they're worshiping it, they will likely ally with it.
How do you know this?
I have a history with them. It's not
Does
a
that
good
mean
one.
we need to expel them all now?
I'm unsure because I don't know if you've seen the Harbingers in white. I believe they harbor the same tendencies. I don't know if we're going to have a problem.
Yeah, let's get rid of the Slytherin house before the Battle of Hogwarts starts.
It would be best.
Yeah.
She says, I've read that book, yes.
But I can't presume to know what to do about it because they're I don't know about the kind. They're rather mistrusted and they mistrust themselves, but the Harbingers, I don't know how trusted they are by the people.
The Harbingers I've interacted with before, the kind as well, but they're all nomads, peaceful people.
These ones gathering might not be.
There is reason to believe that there are factions among them that think this is a second coming of theirs in power.
Yeah. And
I see.
I don't know what to do about it, and I don't know if you know any kind personally, but I haven't seen any of the ones I'm familiar with. I'll put it that way. The kind here gathering may not be hostile, but I show her the leaflet in particular, and
Okay.
this is what they've been saying.
If she reads through it, this is very concerning, especially if it's amplified by what the Harbingers are preaching as well. If there's anything you can do to stop this and find out,
We can try.
I would appreciate that.
I don't believe they're allied, and that might be a key to this.
Okay.
I need more information.
You think the Harbinger preaching is making would make the situation worse.
It's not making it any easier.
Okay.
But there are enough green robes around that people seem to be listening to them so far. I don't need more of this on top of it all.
Either.
So yeah, we should just target the white robes because we know they're the problem. They are a problem, right?
Yeah, as well as any red robed kind. Yes.
Okay.
Have I
What are the
seen?
good
It's so nice of me to color code everybody for you.
I know. It's
Yeah,
very-
it's just
it's very
red, green, and white.
Truth be told, I doubt they'd actually be wearing
like-
their robes, but
really
you know.
Christmassy around here.
What
Strange.
what color robed are like good robed kind?
Probably just plain grays and browns.
Okay.
Any
Sandy
that,
colors.
yeah, any that look more regal will
Sand
probably be
and
in trouble.
green.
You got the Dune color palette,
Yeah,
and then you've got the.
Very good.
and then we've got the Alderon color palette.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can definitely do that. At least until the rest of our posse and our comrades show up.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll see some more help too. But thanks for coming. It's gonna be a party.
She grabs an aid and writes down some orders on a paper. Says, "Get this down to the Delta and get as many ships upriver as you can, as fast as possible."
Yep.
Dope.
gonna
And
say,
then,
You will have a second chance to harpoon something.
if
I
you
missed that
hear
part.
anything
Yep.
new or have any information, get it to me as fast as possible.
Indeed. Can we have a token so that we don't need to drag along our wonderful Commander Brud with us every time we approach?
My men will recognize you now.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
cool.
That's right.
This emblem, and I tap the Audex Intrepidus emblem
There you go.
on the Raven. Like, this is okay here. Cool.
Yeah, and I flash my medallion, Bahamut in particular. It's big and silver, so it's like this dragon in particular is one of the good ones. So
Well, all right. Yeah, we'll go do that. Thanks again. Can I, during our conversation, have tried to snag one of the army figures on the table?
yes, please.
Make a.
You do
Sleight
still
of
have
hand.
the sneaky gloves.
I
Right?
do have those.
Yes.
Very good.
And I did give you guidance. It doesn't say what it's for. It just says the
Okay,
next.
that's like a 30. I rolled an 8, but it's a 30.
All right. Well, she did roll high. She got a 16, but that is definitely lower than a 30.
Very good.
So you slip away with a small miniature figure. On the base of it says it's just an armor-clad knight with like a shield on the ground in front of him. And on the base of it, it says the number. It just has a number. It says 20.
Oh,
the
she's
bottom.
playing Warhammer. That's cool. With that, maybe I should leave behind just a couple of twigs and sticks and stuff to represent my people from the forest.
Sounds
There
good.
you go.
Just leave it there. And on top of all of the, just in a little pile, on
Alright.
the table, leave it there with a couple of fish flakes kind of scattered around it. Just my call.
Yeah.
Okay, fish flakes. I forgot about those.
Because the people who know, know.
Yeah.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
Well, as we're
Would you like
kind
to go
of
up
walking
to-
away, I'm gonna locate a a group of these medic goblins.
Okay.
Just one of their little tents or something. And I've got a pretty high medicine, who's like a +7. So I'm gonna start a conversation with one of them
All right.
and just see if they've got healing potions that they are whipping up. If they're what's the supply chain for these things? How would we acquire a couple?
Gotcha. Okay. The make a persuasion check or a not diplomacy. That's a totally different game.
You're not trying to be secretive about this, are you?
No.
Or persuasion. I
If,
just have
if
a
anything,
+0.
I'll help you with that because I got a medicine of +5. I'm interested too.
Okay.
I don't have medicine, but I'm going to stick around and make sure that
Yeah,
they
could
are
I use
successful.
my medicine as the my medicine skill as
Okay.
the persuasion, kind of cutting
That's
the jib with the lingo,
That's
trying to get in on the
jib.
inside.
You're really good at lingo.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna say,
Right?
I like the cut of your jib.
Yeah. thank
slice
you.
of the rosemary or
All
whatever
right.
you say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
you can
good.
use medicine.
Oh, sweet. What a cool DM. Oh, 26.
Okay.
It's super.
So
You lead in with.
Yeah.
what?
Oh, hey, just
Asking questions.
Just
or
asking
talking
questions about. You know, it's really interesting. I've heard the prowess of the goblin people and their healing, and as I can see, you tend to use tinctures or quaffable medicines for this healing. Am I correct in that assumption?
Oh, you recognize some of these. I see. Yes.
I'm a pretty good
Well.
purveyor myself of healing.
These are the finest ingredients from Boggle.
Boggle?
Boggleton.
Boggleton.
I love Boggleton.
Well, I
Greatest
will.
Boggle player.
Boggleton's reputation precedes itself. I've heard of the pharmacies of
Oh
Boggleton.
my gosh! Sully thinks they're full of crap.
Isn't their main production near
Don't
there?
even need
If
to
I'm not
roll it
wrong,
in.
was
Check
mushrooms, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And they're
Mushrooms and brown moss.
fantastic. Oh, brown moss. Oh, where's Kelvin? Keep him out of here. If you see a guy with us, another guy that's taller, got a little bit of scruffy, they do not offer him moss. Please.
Especially if it shines.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, shiny moss.
What's the matter there, Sully? You
It's
a little
complicated.
There's no way these guys are legit.
I mean, they look like they have a legit operation here.
Absolutely. What are you talking about?
I'm not sure.
We have the finest potions, elixirs, and salves and balms
So
that
are
you can find
are
anywhere in Acroa.
Are you here as freelance pharmacists, or are you part of the army? Or are you?
Well, there's always good business when the chainbreakers and the other mercenaries are involved. Of course,
Standing back.
they're our biggest, best customers.
Well, of course. So
Returning customers, of course.
So the question is, I wouldn't be off to ask if some of your potions might be for sale.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic! What would a healing potion cost a fellow fighter of the cause? Of
Well,
course.
you know it's very busy right now.
I understand that.
There's a
but
lot of demand.
I
for our-
understand, but you also know that without heroes like us staying on our feet, that dragons will destroy us all, right?
That's the best
I've
adventure
read a
pickup line
pamphlet
ever.
about that recently.
Yeah, well, don't listen to that, Kevin. Because you're here, you're going to keep us all on our feet.
Actually, I pull out a vial of the white dragon's blood, and I slide it to the goblin. I'm like, if you can give us a deal on some potions, I might buy quite a few right now.
He says it's white dragon's blood.
Yeah.
That's
Feel free to
a
test
good one. That's really good.
Test it. Test it.
You think you can create magical
That's
potions out of
actually-
mushrooms, but you don't know how to recognize white dragon's blood?
And
This is white.
It's not just white dragon's blood, it's Icewind's blood. We killed Icewind and took its blood.
The corpse is on the hammer if you want to check.
Blood probably isn't good anymore from that source, but this has been
Preserved by...
by our good
Jim.
friend.
Do you give it to
Oh,
him?
yeah.
Okay.
Slide over.
He opens it up, he sniffs it. Oh, that's very good. It's got a nice aroma. It could be. Maybe.
I was going to say, he tastes it and
Yeah.
his tongue freezes.
Ooh, it's minty. Ooh. Well, if nothing else, we could make a nice breath freshener out of it.
True enough.
Double mint gum. Comes from the blood of
I was going to say, if you do,
great worm.
please raise Icewind again and tell him that.
Use your blood for gum.
Mm-hmm.
He considers it. It says normally our potions. Well, today our potions are running 300 gold.
Okay.
But if you were willing to part with this little sample, and if it turned out to be authentic, I could give you a discount. More. The lowest I could go, that would be 150.
150 per potion?
That's correct.
I'll go
But
ahead.
they're the best. The best of potions only here.
Wait, can we
None of the-
let's see
none of-
yours?
None of the.
Like you got to sample our little blood. sample. I want to see your potions. I want to know if they're actually the real deal.
Very well.
It's a transaction.
It's not unheard of.
He takes from a row of vials, a rack of vials behind him. He pulls out a single small vial and hands it over. There you go, a sample.
No idea what a healing potion smells like.
Technically, a healing potion smells like and tastes like almond.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
According to Gary Gygax.
I think I knew that, actually. I don't know how I
Well, okay.
knew that.
So,
Anyway.
so whatever almond milk smells like, vanilla. Mine smells like
Okay.
vanilla.
I was going to say,
Does this seem...
well,
Does this
my
seem
dice says
kind of legit?
absolutely.
Are you going to drink some?
I'm not going to consume it, but... Yeah, I'd like to give it a
But
little
it
taste.
smells like the healing potions you've had before. Have you ever smelled
Eddie.
Have you ever smelled vanilla? Right,
Mhm.
just vanilla extract. Have you ever had like real Mexican vanilla?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how much stronger that,
Mm.
that
A lot,
smells,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
So like that.
Very
Whatever
aromatic
almond,
and nice. Okay.
whatever almonds smells like and tastes
Whatever
like.
almond's wavelength is,
Yes.
it's that.
You get like a really big, like clear your sinuses kind of
wow.
dose of it.
Huh, okay, seems pretty
Well,
good.
I've got I haven't spent any gold that we've earned. I've got 660 on me right now. If I were to
Yeah.
spend 600, that would give us
I was
give
going to
us
say,
4.
I'll take 2, yeah.
Well,
How many does he have for
yours
sale?
behind my
He's got a
cash.
rack of like a dozen or two
Okay,
behind
so
him.
more than we could
Yeah,
afford.
he's got plenty.
Oh, I was trying to find my old character sheet, but I just found it. It has a lot of money on it. So
And he's
okay.
got a big giant pot, like a big cauldron behind him.
Oh,
that,
right.
that you see an assistant stirring around and every now and then tossing some stuff.
How many
into.
people are in the tent?
In
In this little goblin tent?
there's just the 3 of them
Hmm.
in here.
Although, I will tell him, I'll make it 170 for each, and I'll buy 2, if you promise me that you use that blood for frost-resist potions.
If that's possible, then we shall try it. Sure, certainly.
Okay.
I have a feeling we may need them. Or, at least, you may need them. Your
Is it
customers
just
may need them.
potions of healing that you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just whichever ones would be that
Yeah,
price.
the
100.
highest quality for that price.
Yeah. And I would. I'll buy 4 if they're available
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, I'll buy 2.
And
He will sell you 4 of
4.
his. These are the finest potions, of course.
Okay. At 1.
You won't find any of that. What would he say?
Palwat.
Any of the
Palwat's trash.
Any of the Palwat's trash. Oh, any of that swill.
Love it.
It's way better from a swamp than a forest.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I understand.
Cool.
This is 100% grade A swamp water that this is brewed in.
And these are the healing potions. Just the what is the 2d4 plus 4?
You have purchased 4 potions
2 of them.
greater healing.
Oh, greater healing.
Nice.
Yes.
That's what I was hoping. And I'll get 2 of those, yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
They really are the best of the best.
Oh,
So there you go. 44 plus 4 hit points when you drink that one.
I'm so tempted to try something, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not, because Eddie struck up an honest conversation. I'm not going to take
There you
advantage
go.
of that.
According to 5th edition, this potion's red liquid glimmers when agitated. I like that I think it should taste like almond milk, though.
There it is.
It should.
Yeah, yeah.
You said greater healing, right?
That's correct. 44 plus 4 hit points when you drink this potion.
So 48.
4d4
48 hit points then.
plus 4.
So 48.
Oh,
that would be
52?
incorrect.
What?
No. It's 44 plus 4.
Uh-huh.
So that's
48.
48.
Right.
48 hit points.
Right.
I don't know.
Ain't math a kick.
Okay, cool.
Great. That definitely
That was a good
helps.
way to go, Eddie. Way to get that price down.
He got the price down.
Both of you guys did. It was awesome.
I just,
you got the price back to regular price.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
good
we'll
job.
take it.
But still, he tried to sell it to you for 300. So
Yeah, we'll take it for that.
It's a buyer's market. Oh, and
Well, yeah, look at the. I was actually expecting him to just be like, no,
No,
we don't sell that.
I-
This is all under contract. So.
I doubled the price on that
Okay.
one.
I demand. That makes sense.
There you go.
Mhm.
And then you talked him back down to regular price,
Yeah.
which is a win.
Love,
All
love
around.
it.
Well,
What he doesn't know is that was a bottle of whiteout. So hopefully he has some mistakes he needs to fix later.
That's right.
I was going to say, it can double as whiteout. It can double as a lot of things, actually.
Excellent.
We told Miss Vandra that we were going to be going around and stopping all those white
We gotta
cultists.
expel them.
Yeah, well,
So
expel
are
them
you-
or just stop them.
Clarify, are you looking for the kind
I
cultists or
think
are you
we're
looking
gonna
for Harbinger?
Target
Oh,
white
okay.
road harbingers first, correct?
And any identifiable kind, because I don't want to just...
Yeah, are they
start
way underground? Are they
waving fingers.
like hiding out on the outskirts?
The
Or are they-
Harbingers or not?
Yeah, the harbingers
They're
are
out
in
in the
trying
open.
to proselyte.
Yeah,
right?
But the kind themselves are being kind of shady,
Okay.
as they generally are, but these ones would be acting considerably more shady. And might be more
So
recognizable.
if Suthraga's
I don't
not
know,
the
do I-
head of the white robes, then who is?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Should we go find out?
Yeah, we need to go find out.
Let's go find some random white robed harbinger.
Great.
Yeah. And see if there's any connection between the two. Can't imagine there would be, but you never know.
I'll start the conversation like this. You know, I've been wondering what my purpose on this life is, and I'm just wondering if you might have a direction you could point me. This usually gets them going.
Wow, yeah,
They'll-
that's
they'll-
a different approach than I was thinking, but that is definitely
That-
a good approach to
that
go.
way
Yeah,
they'll
definitely.
definitely want to talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me drop a little cultist on this map. Harbinger cultist on
whoa,
here.
whoa, whoa.
Mm.
I'm not going to fight you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I haven't put anything on the map in a little
No, that's
while,
what
so it'll
Sully's
be
here
fun to
for.
bring him up.
I mean, I just find it curious that I would talk to a goblin and he didn't end up on the map. We go to talk to a kind guy and he's on the map.
I mean,
I prepared kind guys.
Oh, okay, good. I can't believe you said there would be goblins and we wouldn't go talk to them.
I know, right? Like I should have.
The second you said they had potions, I was like, I'm getting some of those.
Where was my brain? Seriously. Okay. Let's bring up a white robe guy. They'll be fine. We don't need the map right yet. Anyway.
Okay.
that's so funny. Jin is still carrying around one of the broken shields from up on the tower.
Oh yeah.
It's always fun.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, I've got that on my back.
'Kay.
Anyway, I don't know. Did it have a symbol on it? I don't think it did.
No,
No, it was just a...
I don't think so. I think it was just a shield from another guy that had gone up there and got
Yeah.
killed by the dragon
Yeah.
at some point.
So
'Kay.
it's a lucky shield.
There you go.
In other words.
Oh no, it was one of the people that lived there forever and ever and ever ago.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
would have had a symbol on it. And
Was it a...
it would have been
No,
one of the
I think it was a star, but it wasn't my star.
something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. All right. It's not hard to find the harbingers.
Yeah.
They're out and about and basically set up, their version of soapboxes
Mm-hmm.
in the snow and are just shouting at people as they walk up and down the path up at the canyon, up and down the canyon road as they go back and forth,
Okay.
and telling them that doom is coming. They need to repent now and prepare for it.
Okay. Well, how would you suggest we prepare for it?
You must forsake all of this worldliness, all of this sin that
Okay.
you have taken upon yourself and in yourself, and free your minds, being ready for the end of the world and the next life.
Okay. Well, what if though this isn't the end of the world?
Of course, it's been prophesied for eons
By who?
Yeah, I'd like to file a
by
complaint.
Suthraga himself.
Wait, but
No,
Suthraga's
actually,
kind of changed his tune.
Have you spoken with the Suthraga lately?
have I spoken with Suthraga?
Yeah, actually, we have spoken to him.
It was just
recently.
like, what was it, a week and a half ago?
Blasphemers. Blasphemers, all of you.
Actually, we saved him from the White Dragon on the.
Blasphemers.
You know, he went up to see what was on the other side of the Harbinger, right?
Actually, I think the only
You
way,
have not. La, la, la,
the
la.
only way we're going to get this ironed out is for you to take me to your superiors. I need to talk to the people in charge here. Because I'd like to talk to Suthraga, and if you're the Church of Suthraga, he must be at the head, right?
Well, of course.
Well, yeah. Well,
But-
he's a friend of mine. I'd like to see him. You know where he is?
You're talking about the fake Suthraga.
Fake Suthraga.
Yes.
Okay.
I know
We
you
have
now.
a-
I love
we have a
D&D. This is
poser-
awesome.
We have a poser Suthraga. No,
You're
wait,
talking
did we
about
see
that
the
fake
poser?
Suthraga.
Hold on. Have we been hoodwinked this whole time?
No.
Are you talking about fake Throga?
Oh, fake
I love it. That old pretender the green robes trotted out to make everybody feel good.
No, that's him.
That's not Suthraga. It's fake Suthraga.
Yeah, well, okay. So who's the real Suthraga? I'd like to, or who's the organizer? Who's the leader of your organization? Because I feel like your message is damaging.
Damn it. If these people will not forsake their material goods and prepare their spirits,
So you want them to just
Then-
lay down and get destroyed by the dragons?
that's my plan.
Okay. And what does that
Can I
earn
make an
you?
insight check?
Sure.
I'm not good at this, but I just want to know, like, is that, like, actually his plan, or does he seem to be harboring more resentment and, like, excitement at the prospect of doing something else?
all right,
I guess.
okay.
Want to make sure that he's not planning on interfering, I guess.
All right.
8.
An 8. He seems very sincere and almost excited for, and this is kind of weird, but I imagine, like, people that have lived in the end of the world, like actually getting really excited that it's finally coming.
Sure, okay.
Like, so that's how I picture him in my head.
Yeah,
Is that
he's got the card.
there is some excitement there.
Because he thinks he's right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And you know, he's been the good boy the whole time, and always listened to the prophecies and stuff, and so he doesn't believe that things could change, right, from what he's been taught for forever, and is.
I call over to him as, my good man, do you have any information I can read for later? Share with my friends.
Whoa! Now, finally, a sane person speaking. Yes, absolutely. And he looks over at you, and then he says, "You're one of how do I put this? Suthraga says that for you it doesn't matter so much. I'm just saying.
I appreciate that, I think.
You know, go enjoy yourself. It's not going to matter anyway."
I get that feeling.
So your position is that the kind are damned, no matter what, even if they do your silliness of laying down
Suthraga
and-
never mentions them in his prophecies, so clearly they are not included. That's all I'm saying. I'm not racist.
Certainly.
I'm just saying, if he hadn't seen
Funny
you
that
in his
people that
prophecies,
say I'm not racist often are,
But I'm
in
not.
my experience.
and
Of course, yeah.
I kind of fade into the crowd, kind of looking rebuffed, but then does he actually have any, like, pamphlets or anything?
no, he's just screaming at people. He's just
Okay.
yelling at people.
I was gonna say
Okay.
I tried to I telekinesis, like, does he have a bag or anything?
Sure.
I telekinesis the bag open and just kind of from what I can see, just look inside and see if there's anything in there.
It's
Okay. Yeah, down at the base. So he's still standing up on this box,
Yeah.
this crate, right?
Yeah.
And so in his bag is just regular stuff. So there's some food, probably some.
Not any medallion, in particular.
Oh, I see.
recognize.
Would you recognize the?
Oh, I was gonna. I have,
Their
I have a plan to
medallion?
propose as well.
Okay. Let's give us a little mental link real fast.
Okay.
I don't think I would.
Okay.
No.
I'll just give you the old eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
The old eyebrow.
What do you?
Yeah, so we can.
Hey, what do you
So
think?
okay. Do you think that we could stage a miracle to make Suthraga look more powerful and better to try to get all these white robes to convert?
Whoa.
What was
I
your
would
idea?
be so down for that.
I mean, we could pull off something that looked pretty flashy between me and Jin.
Yeah, you guys
Right?
could. Yeah. That's pretty good. I was just thinking, because I would like to get down to, the brass tacks. I feel like we're talking to a level 1
Yes.
employee, and I want to
100%.
get to the
I was
higher
hoping
ranks.
by insulting him that he'd take us to the higher ranks, but I don't think
I
that's
think
happening.
maybe we should turn tactics and
Okay.
pretend to be secret shoppers. And
Okay.
I have that platinum token of the Harbinger. Say,
Oh.
hey, good job.
Oh,
You
did
held
you-
up.
Oh,
You're cool.
love
in a
it.
good
Yeah,
way.
so-
Now take us to your
Eddie gave his
Yeah.
away, but there
Yeah,
were
yeah.
two of them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I
What do you
it.
think?
Well, that's
All
the
right.
way we're going. Go
Okay.
for it.
And then, I want to do that too, though.
Yeah,
so
we
maybe
can do that.
ask-
Yeah.
So
I think
you
we could. I would love to be able to
Too.
convert. the whole
Actually, I
group
was
of
going to say, pair the miracle with the.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'll relay real fast to you as well
Okay.
that we're gonna. This is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna try
Alright.
and get down. Just follow us if you can.
Okay.
And I will give you guidance for
Oh, thank
your
you.
upcoming performance check.
Thank
I
you.
imagine that's going
Thank you. Yeah, I'll ask for the tree mother to give me guidance as well, and then
I don't think Tree Mother Guidance stacks, unfortunately.
I can't. I don't actually have.
Slightly greener. Inside.
Yeah. I'll sidle up closer to this guy's soapbox and say, "Hey, well done. You passed." And I'll I'll manifest
Pardon me?
the platinum token of the Harbinger that I have now just palmed before consuming it, and looking around like this is
and I'll
secret.
catch his eye and give him a knowing look.
And
Okay.
We're out here making sure that the zealot followers of our dear and honest Suthraga cannot be caught in traps of words by naysayers, and you have done well. You should be pretty proud of yourself.
All right, I'll give you inspiration for this. Make a deception check, and you can choose to use that now or save it or whatever.
I was going to say, I
Dece-
pressed
I'm not
digitate
worried
to make
about
it shine or something. Yeah.
With the D4?
Yeah, because I give you guidance.
Ooh, 22.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. He kind of puffs up a little bit. Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I was worried. So many confrontations today, but this was. Oh, thank you.
No, you are doing so good. In fact, you've done better than anyone else we've evaluated today. And so we want to ask you, can you take us to your supervisor, your lord over the bishop over your sect, and we want to commend you to him.
Directly.
Oh, yes, of course.
If you could take us directly to him right now, we have some business later on we have to get to, but we have 10, 15 minutes or so. Check my watch, yeah, it's right past the hair.
Got to check your sundial.
That's okay.
15 minutes or so.
Oh, wait, I'm the one with the astrolabe. Oh, well.
He's very excited and leads you back towards a camp where there are maybe a half dozen or so white-robed harbingers gathered in this campsite, and they've set up a couple of tents and whatnot.
And before we
Around
quite
there.
get there, I'll tap Sully on the shoulder, and suddenly I'm gone.
Oh, you disappear?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm invisible.
Oh, okay.
Just in case.
Hello, you still there?
Yep, so
Okay, good. I always get scared when you disappear. Are you just disappearing from view? Or are you disappearing from this plane of existence? Are you disappearing from life as we know it? I just want to make sure you're still here.
I'm practicing the second one.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm just going to bring up this. Take a totally different turn, and it's great. I'm just going to bring up people's character sheets as well instead of this.
Sweet.
Okay.
We're awesome. We're all good.
Is there a spell that puts you into the astral plane? What is that?
Plane shift.
Is that just plane shift?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or if you have 2 bags of holding, you can really just go for it.
Yeah. You
Okay.
never come back.
All right, so let's
Spit out.
continue. You guys
Yeah.
approach the campsite. What do you? How do you introduce yourselves as you get?
While we're walking, like, what's our story going to be?
Well, yeah, we're still secret shoppers. We're going to commend this higher up as well and have him
Absolutely.
take us to the next time.
Absolutely. What chapter are we from?
I don't know. We're
What's far enough
it's-
away from here that no
No,
one
no,
will
no.
involve?
It's Suthraga's new
Would they know-
Department of Inquisition, and that's the
I
that's,
love it.
We're the
Yes.
Department of Inquisition. So.
Okay, cool.
Would they have known what happened to Commander Isaac?
I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
That's true. We wouldn't really
That
want
was
to use that.
ages ago.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a long time ago. I don't. Yeah, it's well. I mean, I don't know.
So Suthraga's new
In
Department
gameplay is
of
about a month or
Inquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what if this new guy doesn't buy it? Then should we like go on the offensive and say like, hey, you aren't caught up to speed. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, take us to your superior so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can berate them for not telling you
Precisely.
this is going to be a thing.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Dude, we're so good at this. This is awesome.
We're gonna try it anyway.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. As you
And
get there,
this is
the,
when I tap him on the shoulder and give him guidance one more
Thank
time
you,
for the
thank you.
next
Yes.
lie.
Tree Mother, bless me. Okay, let's go. Here we go.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, and-
Tamara wants this to work. She does. Because she wants to convert these people over to Suthranga. It's
okay.
much better.
Invisibility ends if you cast a spell.
Correct.
okay.
Gotcha.
Or you take any hostile action.
Yeah.
All right. As you approach, a man studying a large scroll looks up from his studies,
Okay.
and he says, "Marcus, what are you doing back so soon? You were supposed to be covering the midday shift."
I will actually, before Marcus even has a chance, I will like touch his shoulder and like step up next to him, and I'll say, "Hello, sir. We are from the new Department of Inquisition that Suthraga has established."
And I give him the same look that I gave the other guy.
Like, yeah.
Just the
The Department of what now?
Inquisition. We were going around about our duties, ensuring that all of your preachers and sayers and expositionists have been fulfilling their duties and can withstand.
direct conflict in the street, and his ability to overcome our objections was phenomenal. And we are here
truly
to,
unspeakable.
Yes, to commend him and to commend you in your teaching, and would like to also go to your superior and continue this note of favoritism and thank you.
What else do you do to convince him?
I will once again pull out the platinum token of the Harbingers, and this time, instead of just flashing it, I will reverently proffer it up to him for examination.
Department of Inquisition.
Indeed, established by Suthraga himself.
Within the last fortnight,
All these green robes.
You've not
have
heard?
been-
No, I'm sure I've heard about it. Something. Okay, make your decision.
With the
check.
presence of all these green robes popping up and about, we wanted to ensure that all of our speakers were saying
Up to
truth.
snuff. Yes.
Oh, good roll again. It's a 22 again.
Yes, I think I did hear something about the Department of Inquisition.
Inquisition.
Correct.
Indeed, yes.
Yes,
Oh.
they mentioned that.
And as they're talking, I'm kind of sneaking around the table just to see what he was looking at.
He was reading through some old prophecies,
Oh, okay. Anything?
some old literature,
Pop
some
out.
old scripture that they had.
Well, we must be back about our duty soon, but
Just
please, if you can.
typical end of the world stuff. The hammer will fall, and the darkness will come, and it'll wash over the land, and so on and so forth.
Any comparison between the kind and the Harbingers
No,
in language?
not necessarily.
It's
Tone?
good.
Spelling, I imagine, is better.
In my mind, the kind focus more on this resurrection of
Mhm.
Azana
Right.
and how that will transform
Mm,
them as a people, right? And
Right.
put them up above
right.
everybody else, right? So that's their kind of language, their kind of prophecies.
And these
stuff.
people are
The
just lay
harbingers.
down and let the end come.
Yeah, this is the end is near. These
Yeah.
these are the guys out with the
This is the apocalypse.
with the
Where are they
the
suggesting
big signs.
people give
In
up
fact,
all
I
of their
bet, I bet
worldly
Marcus
gifts?
is wearing a big sign.
yeah, exactly. He's got the cardboard
Yeah, he's
going
got-
on.
Yeah. So are
Yeah.
they suggesting that people give up all of their worldly possessions to the church?
They certainly could do that, or
Are
just
they
discard.
encouraged?
They could
Yeah.
discard them anywhere.
So they're
They might as
encouraged.
well.
Okay.
Yeah, they might as well.
That's impressive. That's
Discard
They
them
actually
right here
believe it.
in
That's
front
good.
of us.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not necessarily wealthy. You can, I don't know, maybe
Well, is that-
at this level, they're
They're
living
not.
in pretty.
Yeah,
Bare bones.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how much that holds up.
well. We
As we go along.
We must
Yeah.
continue. We have 4 more individuals who have been alerted to us that we have to go and make sure they're doing their job correctly as well. But before we do that, could you please lead us to whatever superior has succeeded in informing you about us? And
Yeah, so that we can continue to know that this is the chain of command that has been the most effective.
Well, I have been, tutoring Marcus myself for quite some time.
It's very
and
apparent.
what is your name? I would love to jot it down.
Jethro.
Jethro. Wow. Oh my gosh. Is this the best session?
Please write all these down for me.
Yeah, I got you.
I hope that Marcus and Jethro don't matter, but if they do, then great.
Jethro. Great.
I did write down Boggleton. You guys are going there for sure.
Oh,
Somebody-
yeah. Boggleton's too good, dude. Just the name reeks of just so many little things to find
That's true.
in a swamp,
Well-
a goblin town named Bobbleton.
Boggleton.
Boggleton. It's
Yep.
too good. It's too good.
From Boggleton.
Yeah.
Well, Jethro, this is excellent to know. Marcus, you've been excellent. Please go and return to your duties, and we'll make sure that you will receive your
Keep it up. Keep up the good work.
commendation to its fullest.
Jethro puts a little placeholder in his scroll and folds it up
And I would imagine that there is at least some feeling of purpose and like the ability to do something or feel like you could do something when you're guided by the spell of guidance. So I'm going to guide Marcus as he goes, just so that he can get that little feeling of purpose and like I could do something.
Way to go!
Right?
All right,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
Before we leave, I'm going to just with this scroll, I'm going to take the placeholder out and put it in somewhere else. Just be a nuisance and keep on going.
He just moved his bookmark.
Yeah.
That's like evil. I don't know. I mean,
These guys are evil. I don't know. Give
They're
them.
literally
That's true.
chaotic evil.
I love it.
All right. 2 encounters later.
Okay.
Because we're going to repeat this process over and over.
Okay, wait. What are the names of the guys?
Oh!
Yeah, we got
You find Wayne
Whoa. Okay.
and let's go with Bruce.
Reliable.
Oh.
Reliable
Love it.
Bruce.
And Bruce finally leads you to the largest camp so far.
Okay.
You find an old dwarf there, not as old as Suthraga, but older.
Mm-hmm.
And he is sitting in kind of these like chairs, like camp chair type chairs or whatever, right? And there's a council of these people who have set up kind of this half circle, and they are discussing things and talking about prophecies and talking about what life what will be like in the next life, and how it's finally here, and they seem absolutely giddy over the thought of it.
Wow. How many of them are?
Let's go with 5.
Okay.
It's a small council as far as council goes.
Yep.
Councils go, but what about 5 people?
Has it been less than an hour? At this point, it's probably been a while.
Yeah, you've probably had to hike around a bit.
Yeah.
So let's make it more than an hour.
Okay, so yeah, I'll resume invisibility
Okay.
when that fades.
We're still good with our psychic connection.
Yeah, we're still good for
Yeah, we had a total of 4 hours, so we're doing
All right.
okay.
I think, as I sneak into this particular tent, what am I looking for now? Because we pretty much severed the connection between the kind and the harbingers, so...
That
Yeah,
doesn't seem to be
you
one.
haven't really found a connection between the two
Yeah.
necessarily. that
But-
they're working together. In
Yeah.
fact, you found probably direct evidence to the opposite.
Yeah, that they're not.
That if anything, they were either ignoring each other's at best and probably fighting each other.
Antagonizing.
For sure.
Yeah, antagonizing
Yeah.
each other at worst.
For
so.
sure.
Yeah. So I think at this point, I'll just keep an eye out for any correspondence that's laying around, probably
Okay.
without touching it, but just
Oh.
seeing any notes and maybe if any of them are important.
Yeah, you would find in one of the tents just a table where they have been sending out missives about fake Suthraga
Hmm.
and decrying him as a pretender and not the actual Suthraga, and assuring people that the actual Suthraga is still alive and well and believes fully in his prophecies that he's made, and just happens to be taking a nap.
Hmm?
Where's Suthraga?
We don't necessarily know
I
where he
don't
is,
think
but
we
if,
know, yeah.
if he's around, I mean, I was figuring we'd do like I don't know, like a C-3PO on Endor style, like reveal of the real Suthraga to try to get all of these other followers to convert back to
That'd be
the
good.
source religion. I mean, that was my thought, but I don't know if these guys are
Sure.
dumb enough or not.
I think the last time you left Suthraga, he was actually headed up to
The top of the
Dragon's Keep, I think.
Oh, we
Yeah.
left him at Dragon's
Yeah.
Keep.
Oh yeah, that's right. We left him there, so
If
he is there.
he's still there is the question.
Yeah. Well, at least we know where he is.
Do any of these letters of correspondence connect
So yes, you know,
with-
as far as like
Yeah.
any type of telepathic or teleporting thing, you know where Suthraga would be at,
Okay.
Yeah.
in case any of those spells come up. Yes.
Do I see anything from the correspondence that connects to any other group?
No. Make a quick
Investigation.
investigation check.
Yeah. Less good, but 10. Yeah, average.
So you find just those basic
Okay.
types of letters and instructions that going out to people.
Okay. Do I find
About
any
what to preach.
medallions in particular? Just sitting around? No. They probably keep them on their persons.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about now that we've been brought to this Suthraga, we denounce him right here and try to run away and say that we're the real Department of Inquisition for the real Suthraga? who
Well,
will
does
be
this
showing
person, is
himself
this he claiming
soon.
to be Suthraga?
Yes, he is, right? They're telling us this guy's Suthraga in this group?
Oh, no, just that
No,
there is
sorry.
a Suthraga.
These are all still
Oh,
heads of people who. Well, let's have you start talking to them.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
It'll be. I hope, whatever happens, it'll become clear in momentarily.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we're obviously on the same premise. What's his name? Bruce is bringing us in here to.
Bruce, I'm so sorry. My old age as a gnome, which I'm sure you know, we look very young even when we become exceedingly old.
And he's really old.
I'm on
Honey.
death's door.
Yeah.
So my old age, my memory is beginning to fail me. Can you remind me the name of our dearest? I know I only haven't been able to remember the one from 400 years ago. I don't remember what this gentleman's name is. But your superior, his name, it's not Teravon. What's his name again?
Calvin.
Calvin, that's right. Teravon was the one from, was it 400? No, it must be 500 years ago now. But it's good to know that Teravon is the... sorry, his name was Calvin?
Yes.
Thank you. That's right. I remember him now. I remember him, I believe. Yes, he's the elderly-looking gentleman, is it not?
There, he looks over at these five guys that all have white beards. Yes.
Thank you so much, Bruce.
Are they all dwarves that we've been talking
No,
about?
there's let's say three dwarves.
Okay, so
and
then
two
the
humans.
council, on the council,
Yeah.
3 dwarves, 2 humans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bruce, you've been a large help to us. We'll be sure to commend you to Calvin, but best be on your way so that we can have our actual correspondence at this point.
Oh, certainly, yes. Thank you again for...
And I will tip him 5 silver and say, treat your men to something nice tonight, around the campfire. Oh, I forgot inflation from 500 years ago. I'll pick up 2 gold pieces and here, treat your men to something nice tonight.
He's always trying to
Make
pay people a quarter, rub his corns.
Make a wisdom check real quick.
A wisdom check?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom saving
Not
throw!
really a saving throw, but a 9.
9. I'm terrible at
Right.
wisdom saving.
He drops the coins almost like they're like acidic, and
What?
says, "What do you?
Oh yeah.
What are you doing? Why do you have these?"
Oh, to give to the men. It's part of the Department of Inquisition. Good job! You've
Yeah.
passed your final task!
Look at that.
Oh, look at that! That was...
You get better and better.
I
every
am
time.
so good!
Like, did you see his face?
It was so close! He almost took them! But he didn't! He didn't!
You're brilliant.
I'm invisible and I'm trying not to laugh.
All right, make a deception.
The final test. Is the final test.
No, okay, I'm gonna use a psionic ability. Okay, that's fine. That's a 17.
Okay, I'm gonna roll against it. This well, good.
I'm proud of you, Bruce. Oh, so proud of you.
I mean, Suthrago really walks with you. It's amazing to see. It's amazing to see it. It is.
He leaves just puffed up in his chest more, and
Brother Sully.
Thank you for
he
saving me.
spits at the coins.
Bro, that was some good thinking. I didn't know we were going to go with that. Okay, so
All right.
we walk into Calvin.
When in doubt, he meant to do it.
What's our tack here? I don't know.
I don't even
Okay,
know
you
either.
approach this group of 5
Mhm.
elders.
Yes, looking self-important.
Yes.
I was
Sitting
so
there.
excited to get here, I didn't know it.
Discussing with each other over they have some kind of drink or something like that, and they're old and they're sitting there and they're talking about how great things will be
I was going
when,
to say that
when the darkness finally engulfs us
Plankton
all.
trying to steal the Krabby
Okay.
Patty formula. I don't know. I don't think I get this far.
Do they notice us approach?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's go with, do they even know Suthraga? Let's attack that point.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go there. Calvin, we've been told that you're the leader of this group here in this area.
And who might you two be?
We are
We're
the...
Department of Inquisition from Suthraga himself.
Department of what now?
Of Inquisition?
Inquisition. We've been going through from the street level up of your proselyters and looking at the organization, and to say the least, we are impressed so far.
One of the others says, "That's impossible."
And why would that be?
Suthraga would never, and Calvin says, "We don't know that."
This
what-
has
what
been
did-
the fear that we've had
What is it
along
that
our
you?
journey.
Where is it you said that you spoke with Suthraga?
With Suthraga, it was just on the top of that hammer up there, which I'm sure you know about his ventures up to there, with his 2 devoted servants who also never returned from that trip.
You make an insight check.
Okay.
You don't get to do those very often. You can make one too.
Yeah.
Jen can make one too, since you guys are connected
Yep.
telepathically.
I think you're. Well, let's see where we end up. 17.
Yes, Eddie.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Calvin looks over inquisitively at one of the men on the humans on the far edge, and he kind of nods. Yeah, like almost like, no, that's right. That's the last time we saw. Yeah, I think that.
So you've actually not lost, or you've actually lost contact with Suthraga? Then?
No, I wouldn't say we've lost contact.
You haven't
No, of course.
reestablished an
Of
order of
course
communication?
Excuse me?
You haven't reestablished an order of communication with him.
And this is exactly what
We
Suthraga
handle
feared.
this. No, we handle we've been handling the communication for decades.
Oh,
I
really?
can't imagine what.
Then why would he have sent us here? To ensure that everything was going all right.
No, he's.
Because the message that I'm hearing from the street level on up, although very good, it's a well-engineered message. don't think it's actually the message Suthaga would want you to be providing.
Everything we have and everything we're doing is perfectly in line with what Suthraga's taught, and it can't possibly be that you've spoken to Sithraga. Nobody's spoken to Sithraga for several decades.
We know.
even.
We're
It's-
very confident. We know where Suthaga is. Right?
That's it. It's
I just want to. I'm asking the DM.
Oh,
Sully
yes.
and I are confident
Yeah.
we know where it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually no. We. Well, hang on 1 second. I need to look at a couple of my spells really fast.
Okay, yeah, sure. I was looking this one online too.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, sending only comes back to me. Because I was going to try to. Okay, so
But you
no,
can
actually,
still-
we do need to reestablish your communication with Sithraga as soon as possible. Do you have any?
We are perfectly. Suthaga hasn't spoken to anyone but his aides. In more than 3 sentences in the last 55 years.
Yes, I think you'll find him reawakened and reinvigorated and changed. And I think that the message that he would be sending to you would be different than you would have.
Oh
here.
no, I know what this is. You're with those green coats.
In your head. Okay, what if you message Suthaga and you try to ask him like, quick,
No, this
what's
is
some
exactly
dirt
what I
on
was-
Calvin that you can give us?
Okay,
Okay.
this is what I'm going to do. Eddie goes, Calvin, I'm done having this conversation, and then he'll cast Disguise Self and turn into Sithraga.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast the spell Sending to Sithraga.
All right.
To say, Sithraga, I need to know something personal about your servant Calvin so that I can get him back in course with the teachings that you would prefer.
Calvin. Wait. Is this? Oh.
Zeddy.
Hello, Eddie. Calvin.
Crap, he's got the
That
worst
little.
memory ever.
Yeah.
That little dwarf. All right. Let's try it.
Kind of the worst.
Ask him if he still has that gold tooth.
Okay. Calvin. Do you still have that gold tooth? Remember the lessons from that.
You know they can't take those out easily.
Yes. I send back to, I don't know how many, I got a lot of, I should have several of these spells.
Yeah. How many sendings can you do?
Let me
And like how much can you? Is it a 25 word kind of thing?
It's a 25 word,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can do 3 times. So the first one went, so that's 1 casting, and then I can do another one.
Tell him I know he paints over it.
Hmm.
So people
Don't know.
don't know that he still loves it.
Okay.
Something like that.
It's we all. I mean, I know that you're still painting it to try to hide it from people, and I know it's not something that you can change, but it does show your. I mean, it does show that you do care about material possessions more than one might expect from someone in your position.
The other, you hear a gasp from one of the other.
Calvin, you heretic! Bow down in the presence of Suthaga!
Calvin like glares at the other guy. He's like, "Shut up! I need more. Shut up, Luther. You know this."
Whoa, yeah, I love these. Wow. Going very reformatist here. I love it.
I know, right? Like all of a sudden I'm dipping down. You know where I'm going now. I figured might as well.
Hey, there's a wealth of them.
Yeah.
That's good.
Reformist and Batman. We'll go with it.
I don't know where Batman came from.
That was the underlay.
Yes.
Bruce and Wayne.
Yeah.
Says,
We switched themes in the middle.
"Shut up, Luther. I know about that silver-plated pen you loved so much." And Luther goes, "I never."
So, I'm going to give you the message that you should be spreading. And it's of hope and of redemption through active valor, not just through blind sacrifice of everything. It is to make something of this, the final time that these people have, and try to win their freedom back, win their next day. That's the message that should be being sent.
All right. What do you do to convince them?
And
like anything else? Do you do anything else?
So I was going to end it with just.
I can.
I was just going to end it
make
with.
a boom.
I was just going to end it with.
Ooh,
So
strength,
please.
not good. Negative 2.
Operate through my servants that I leave here for you. The vessel that I'm speaking through, Eddie and Sully, and then I'm gonna drop the disguise self, and as I turn back into my regular look, I'm gonna fall.
I will dash over to catch him. Yes, and I will
fall down,
help him back up.
exhausted, and just lay there almost comatose.
Eddie, Suthraga spoke through you again.
It's okay. I can handle it. I
Look
Just
at
a moment,
look
just a
at the
moment.
sacrifice my fellow servant has made, while you fake Thragas have been sitting here in your councils, making your declarations, not actually doing the good work Suthraga would have you do.
All right. All right. One of them bursts into tears. The other one is like holding his chest like he's having a heart attack, and they are convinced completely that you are indeed channeling Suthraga.
That was perfect, Eddie. Way to go. That was awesome.
Calvin says we have to get the word out. Yes, we will. We will do this.
Yes, and not to say. I want to let you know that Suthraga has told me that you were carrying on as you felt that you must, but now that you have his current word, we should join forces with the green harbingers as well, and that shall be our new color that we will all be known by, and it's the survivors.
You're lucky Suthraga has such foresight and wisdom, or else I would not be as lucky as an upstanding man as you are right now. Let me tell you, brother.
So much foresight.
All right.
And memory and charisma and...
The survivors are born, I guess. Okay.
I like it.
All right, we'll end
Survivor.
there tonight, and
Nice.
we will pick up again next Monday. Join us as we start the final chapters of this little saga, and then find out what's next in the future. But we'll kick that off
Yep.
next week, and it'll go a couple weeks, I'm sure. But it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks again for tuning in tonight and helping us through the power outage. I'm glad that came back up. We will
Always
see you
fun.
guys all again next Monday at 6 o'clock. Tune in and find out what happens. Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
Take a look.
I was going to say, I was fully prepared to put them all to sleep.